Hey guys, it's me, Opinions by Mike, and today I'm going to talk about why Michael Jordan is the GOAT of basketball. So, one of the biggest debates in basketball is who's the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Everyone seems to be divided, and it is clear that there is no consensus GOAT in basketball like there is in other sports. Therefore, I am here today to talk about why Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. First thing I'm going to talk about is championships. As we all know, LeBron just won his fourth championship in the bubble, bringing him to an overall 4 out of 10 in the NBA Finals. 4 out of 10. That's a 40% success rate. I don't know how you can call that a successful success rate, since a 40% is not even considered a passing grade. If any of you guys took 10 tests and averaged 40% on all of them, would you consider yourself to be the smartest kid in the class? No. So how can LeBron call himself the greatest player of all time? Additionally, the further you dive into LeBron's 4 rings, the more you realize how lucky he has been in his playoff career. In my opinion, 3 of his 4 rings have no meaning to him. The most notable example can be in 2013, when the Heat was down 3 points in Game 6 of the Finals to the San Antonio Spurs. Since the Heat was losing the series 3-2, they were literally seconds away from losing the championship to the Spurs. With 10 seconds left, LeBron took a shot to tie the game, but he missed. Luckily for him, Bosh was able to get the rebound and pass it out to Ray Allen, who was somehow able to tie the game with seconds left. Had Allen not made the shot, the Heat would not have tied the game and let alone win the series. The key point here is that LeBron had a chance to tie the series with his shot, but he couldn't, and he needed someone else to come up big in the clutch for him. Without Allen, LeBron would have been 3 for 10 in the finals. No way can a GOAT be 3 out of 10 in the finals, let alone 4 for 10. Another example can be in Game 7 of the 2016 finals. Although I do give LeBron immense credit for bringing the Cavs to the finals, when the game was on the line, it was Kyrie, not LeBron, that made the shot that gave the Cavs the lead. LeBron didn't even attempt to get the ball from Kyrie. He literally just stood in the corner and watched as Kyrie did his magic. Look at the corner closest to the Warriors bench. This reminds me of how I used to play basketball, just standing in the corner watching all the other players do the work for me. How could you possibly be the greatest of all time when you just stand there with the championship on the line, watching your teammates do all the work? Not to mention the fact that after Golden State went down and missed a shot, LeBron got the rebound, and guess what? He passed the ball to Kyrie again. What? You can't be the GOAT if you're scared of having the ball in the crucial moments of the game. Throughout the final 3 minutes of the game, every time LeBron got the ball, he passed it away. Not the killer instinct you need to be the GOAT. Lastly, the 2020 championship with the Lakers can clearly be seen as luck as well. LeBron had AD, who averaged more points than LeBron on a higher shooting average. Additionally, AD even made the first team All-NBA. This showed how much support LeBron had. Not to mention the fact that they were super lucky in the playoffs as well. They didn't have to play the Clippers, the only team that actually posed a threat to them. And also, during the finals, the Heat lost 2 of their starters, Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo. But with the Heat at full capacity, and with the rest that the Lakers had, I fully believe that the Heat would have won the championship. Bam can easily neutralize AD, and Butler can neutralize LeBron. From there, the Heat would dominate every matchup since the rest of the roster for both teams are filled with 3-and-D players. When comparing the 3-and-D players on both rosters, is not even a comparison. Would you rather have Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, or would you rather have Danny Green or KCP? I would obviously have Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Now moving on to the Michael Jordan part of the debate. Michael Jordan is 6 for 6 in the finals. Going back to my earlier analogy, if you took 6 tests and averaged 100% across all 6 tests, would you consider yourself to be the smartest kid in the class? Yes. So should Jordan be considered the GOAT if he was 6 for 6 in the finals? Yes. And you might say Jordan had Pippen. Well, that is true, but it's not like Pippen carried the team. Over his career, MJ averaged 30 points per game, while Pippen only averaged 16. That's almost double. Jordan clearly did most of the work on the offensive end. If you look at the Chicago Bulls rosters in the years that they won their championships, almost everyone on the roster averaged single digits, except for Pippen and Jordan, with Jordan almost doubling Pippen's points per game. However, when you look at LeBron's rosters, like example the Miami Heat, we have 4 players averaging double digits, with Dwayne Wade only 5 points per game behind him. Clearly, Jordan did more work carrying the team than LeBron James. Next, Jordan never backed away from the game-winning shot. The most notable example can be the Game 6 finals against the Jazz in 1998. Down 3 with 30 seconds left, it was Jordan who tied the game for the Bulls and ended up scoring the game winner. Compared to LeBron, who in a similar situation just stood in the corner and let his teammate Kyrie do the work. Jordan also never had to join a super team to win a championship. Yes, during the beginning of both of their careers, they struggled as their teammates were not good enough. However, MJ stayed in Chicago and decided to go the hard way in order to win a championship. On the other hand, LeBron James went and joined a super team in the Miami Heat, and still somehow lost to the Mavericks and the Spurs in the finals. This doesn't get talked about, but low-key LeBron pulled a Durant move in joining a super team. MJ deserves to be the GOAT because he took the hard route to the championship and still had more than double the success rate that LeBron did in the finals. Lastly, Jordan was somehow able to play baseball in the middle of his career and come back and win another three-peat. Do you know how hard that is? Baseball is completely different from basketball. You use different muscles, and the mental aspect of the game is different as well. I don't play soccer for a week and I can't even run straight. Michael Jordan didn't play basketball for a year and he came back and dominated the best basketball league in the world. On the other hand, LeBron can't even play a game in a stadium that is 2 degrees warmer, as seen in the finals matchup against the Spurs when he started cramping. He couldn't even walk off. When I cramp, I literally dragged my body off the field. LeBron was so fragile that he had to be carried off. Not something you want from the GOAT. Now, although LeBron has a playoff record in playoff games and playoff points and a bunch of other stuff, you can't necessarily say that he has those awards because he is the best. He simply just played the longest. The technology today compared to the 1990s in terms of player recovery is substantial. So obviously LeBron is going to play longer because he simply has access to better resources. And obviously the longer he plays, the more time he has to build the playoff points and all these games needed to break records. To end the video, I just want to say how I have immense respect for both the players. LeBron's story growing up without a father and how he was able to overcome the pressure he was put under is not easy. Ever since he was in high school, he was expected to be the best, and the way he handled his fame and career decisions in terms of money, as an example signing with Nike instead of Reebok, is amazing. And the way he has given back to his community is something that I look up to. However, at the end of the day, I think that Jordan is a better player, but this is no knock on LeBron's personality, and certainly does not diminish his accomplishments on and off the court. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.